If you're in the market for a compact crossover, you're probably going to gravitate towards something like the Honda CR-V or the RAV4, but the Ford Escape is Ford's most popular model after the F-150, and after driving it, it's really easy to see why. But I didn't always think that the Escape deserved to be that popular, but it's just been refreshed for this year, and it gets a whole bunch of upgrades that makes it a lot more competitive. Outside, the biggest change is that new grille that makes the Escape look like a smaller Ford Edge. That big grille helps give the crossover a wider stance and more presence on the road. Ford says that this redesign helps make the new Escape look unstoppable, which is a bit of an exaggeration because let's not kid ourselves, this isn't some sort of crazy off-road model, but the new design does help the Escape look a lot more rugged, which is nice. Inside, not too many changes have been made. Ford is making a big deal about getting rid of the parking brake lever and using an electronic parking brake instead. This frees up space on the center console for storage cubbies. One of the cubbies is specifically designed as a phone holder and is close to USB ports that can be used for charging or for using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's useful stuff like that that makes the Escape stand out. The other big change inside is a new steering wheel, which feels nicer in your hands and is available heated. Ford has managed to make the interior a lot quieter than it used to be, and I want to talk about this stop-start system for a while because it is one of the most quiet and smoothest systems that I've ever experienced. And I've been in Beamers, Benzes, and Audis, and none of their stop-start systems are as good as this one. The biggest news with this refresh is the two new EcoBoost engines. There's a 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder and a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. The carryover 2.5-liter 4-cylinder is still available, but it's not really the engine you want because it makes the Escape feel really lethargic. The EcoBoost options are a lot better. The 1.5-liter puts out 179 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque, while the 2-liter, which is the one we have here, delivers 245 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. All engines are paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and upper trim levels even have paddle shifters. There's a little bit of turbo lag when you hit the throttle, and it takes a beat to figure it out, but that's totally normal and not even a big deal. Both EcoBoost engines are pretty decent, and you can get up to highway speeds and pass slower cars without a lot of drama. The steering is pretty good, although it's a little bit twitchy on the highway, so I wish it was a little bit sharper. And in general, nothing about the way the Escape drives really annoys me, and that's a pretty big achievement. Front-wheel drive Escapes are available, but most people will opt for the all-wheel drive system, which reads road conditions every 16 milliseconds. The system can also transfer 100% of the power to the front or rear wheels if needed. Besides the new engines, a load of new driver assistance technology is also available. Stuff like adaptive cruise control, collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and lane keep assist are all available. One feature that the Escape has that none of its competitors does is a parking assist that can perpendicular or parallel park, so all a driver has to do is operate the brake and change into reverse. It's really easy to use and it gives you step-by-step instructions. So another upgrade I really like about this Escape is the new Sync 3 infotainment system. It's really sharp and very responsive and user-friendly. And I really like that you can do stuff like input an address on one line instead of having to flip through different pages, which just makes it a lot more convenient. And the old system used to freeze and crash on me all the time, but I haven't experienced it yet with this, which is really good news. The Ford Escape has always kind of been just a little bit average, but with this refreshed model, this is the year it finally deserves your attention, and it stands right up there with the segment-leading Honda CR-V and the RAV4.